Welcome back. One of the big stocks of the morning could be Viatech Vibhag, as the company has seen a 2,700 crore order cancellation from Saudi Water Authority. Deven Choksey is now with us to talk about individual stocks and the outlook. Deven, first come in on Viatech Vibhag because it's seen a fantastic run-up and now you've got this big order cancellation.
Lima, good morning. Well, I think when we'll have to see the details about, the cancellation and I think in a particular period, what kind of impact it will have. As of now, it is only the information. So maybe I think once the interaction, I think thereafter probably it will be more appropriate to talk about the impact on the company.
Okay, all right. Deven, I wanted your view on the steel stocks. So we'll want to hear out your view, but I just want to address the news piece then first. Reports say that India is likely to impose safeguard duty or some kind of temporary tax up to 25% on imports that are coming in. This will help curb the cheap imports that are coming in from the top producer, which is China. This proposal has gained some momentum and some support at a meeting chaired by Commerce Minister Mr. Piyush Goyal yesterday. In fact, we have had the steel minister and we have had industry batting as well for some kind of duties. The steel minister had indicated that there was some kind of talk with regard to safeguard duties. Let's listen in to the industry's pitch.
Under process?
Duty is under process. Let us see.
But what saying that they will be affected by this. So investigation has been started or not?
Doubts are there.
Yeah.
We will sort it out.
So investigation has been started or not?
Which one?
On this safeguard duty, because you have to first make some process.
Process is going on. Let us.
Well, we've also spoken to industry leaders, Mr. Sajan Jindal, the CMD of the JSW Group. We had Navin Jindal, the CMD of JSPL as well. They as well propose some kind of protection for the domestic industry. Let's hear their pitch.
If you open up the records and see China in 1990, what kind of protectionist China were? In 2000, what was their protection levels and what they are today? Today they are opened up because they become the factory of the world. I wanted to export steel in 98, 99 to China. I was not permitted to do that because China had tariffs. They removed the tariffs, but now today we have zero tariffs on steel. Chinese steel, which is surplus, they are nearly 60% of their capacity is surplus capacity. Yeah. So it comes via Japan, Korea, Vietnam, Malaysia to India at 0% duty.
USA, Canada, they have imposed suo moto 25% duty. Similarly, now Japan also. Japan, can you imagine? Japan is also asking for protection, Japanese steel industry. So the situation is serious. We are very efficient steel producers, so we can challenge them. But then the steel industry in India, they must have some surpluses also to be able to invest in growth, to be able to decarbonize. Decarbonizing is very important for everyone. So we do need resources to be able to do that. So the health competition must be healthy. So we are only against the unhealthy competition that we are facing from some of these countries, and I'm confident that the government of India is going to take the necessary steps. That would not be enough, because these prices, see, if they were selling at, and we put say 12.5 or 15% duty on the price at which they're selling in the domestic markets, it would be fine. But the market they're losing more than $100 per ton when they are exporting, and which is being subsidized by their governments as per the information that we have. So that's an unhealthy prices. They're not realistic prices. Those are just prices for dumping of their material to protect their domestic industry. But it is hurting our industry, so we have to safeguard against that.
All right, let's wait and see. The industry has made a pitch. Will finance and commerce oblige? That's the big question. Deven, what's your view? Many on the street believe that maybe this is some kind of bottom for the steel industry. We'll get some protection that will come in there. Chinese exports hopefully will go down, which are clocking an annual run rate of more than 100 million tons for the first time since 2016. Your approach to these stocks?
So Nigel, I stay, convinced and probably, bullish on the prospects of the steel industry in particular. The Indian steel demand is increasing largely because of the government spending. That is a known fact. On the other side, the mix of renewable energy in the energy consumption is also increasing for most of the companies. And I think from the factory point of view also, they are increasing the renewable component therein. So obviously, I think this cost of energy is coming down, which is a critical key input factor here. If China has actually succeeded largely with that, I think they have started bringing down the cost of energy into the production. And that's where probably I think India will work further. And according to me, I think that is a positive thing. So I would remain positive. Maybe in the interim term, the government putting the import tariff, I think that would probably help the industry to scale up faster. So, but one can remain positive about the prospects and add these stocks into the portfolio.
Deven, one of the big movers yesterday was Quest Corp. Some bullish notes coming through that the company is a big beneficiary of the increased hiring seen because of gig workers, the surge in GCCs, the formalization of the economy, the PLI schemes, the capex push, manufacturing thrust. So Quest and TeamLease are both beneficiaries of that. Are you bullish on staffing companies, and do you have a preference between the two?
Well, I think we remain bullish about the prospects of growth, I think, because of whatever the facts you mentioned, they are true actually. But they are not new ones. I think they are already there in the universe. And today, I think we are all aware about it, and how the growth is taking place in the industry. Maybe I think in a particular period, with the kind of performance that we expected, performance coming in from Quest Corp, could be, I think, relatively better, which I have not studied is in this quarter or next. So maybe I think that is the reason for which this particular bullishness. But we in general remain positive about the prospects of this company going forward.